Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Mary, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I apologize for my raspiness. I have been sick and I am just now getting completely over it. Reason I am making this video is because or more telling me that they don't know where to start when it comes to makeup. I completely understand. It can be very overwhelming when you go and you watch a tutorial and there's so many steps and you're just like, whoa. I'm basically going to go step by step and I will keep it as simple as possible and I will explain everything so that maybe if you understand why each step is done, maybe that'll make it a little bit more easier for you. First thing you need is a primer, and I will be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Putty Primer, and I will also be using this Spotlight. It's like an illuminating primer, so it does have a little bit of not shimmer, it's like sheen, to where it kind of makes me look very glowy when my foundation is put on. I have really been liking this. Now, a lot of people don't think that they need to prime. Let me tell you why I prime. The reason I prime is so that I can protect my skin. It's not the same as putting lotion on your face or a moisturizer. It is not. It really isn't. So I feel that priming is a very important step that I don't know why a lot of people out there skip. Find a primer that works for you. You definitely want to make sure to read on there, you know, the purpose of the primer, because there is different primers out there. So the e.l.f. Putty Primer is already on, and it mainly went on here, up here, here, and then right in between my lip and my nose. And for this, I've been using a foundation brush because it does have just a little bit of shimmer sheen, and I don't want to get that all over my hands. See how it just leaves like this luminous tiny glow to my skin. I really love it, and honestly it just looks very beautiful under foundation. Next is your foundation. Now for today, I'm actually going to use a BB cream. I'm going to use a beauty blender. I made sure to wet my beauty blender and squeezed as much water as I can so it is damp. You are a brush person, you can certainly use a brush. Now that I have my BB cream on, as you can tell, it's not a ton of product on my face. And in case you are wondering, it is the Revlon Photo Ready BB cream, and I believe there was only like 3 shades available in this. BB cream can be a lot more forgiving because it's very lightweight, so they don't always have like a lot to pick from as far as shade range with BB creams, but they had, this is light medium, they had light, fair, or fair light, light medium, and then they had the dark one. But I've used this a couple of times and I actually really like it. Beauty blender.
Just kidding, a beauty sponge.
Okay, and you want to use tapping motions, and like I said, there's not a lot of product on there because you want to build up your coverage. You don't want to start with a thick layer. So this is what the face is looking like. And today I'm going for a more of a natural glowy look. For the concealer, you don't have to use concealer. If you don't mind your skin looking all one tone, perfectly fine. Concealer is not needed. But I like to wear concealer because I feel like it covers my under eyes. And a little bit of the patchiness that I have in my skin, especially right now since I only have the BB cream and the coverage is very low, but very luminous. I feel like I for sure want to use concealer. Now I'm going to use a color that is close to the color of my skin because I'm going for the natural look. Now, say you are doing a glamorous look, you for sure want to go a little bit lighter. I usually go about 3 shades lighter than my actual skin, sometimes 4. I am using the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Concealer, and this is in color medium 50W. I only now go right under my eye and just a tiny bit here, and then a little down my nose. And I have that redness around my nose that I hate, so I actually go on there too. And then here, I like to cover that up. And then right on my chin, please ignore that little blemish that's coming. I'm going to now use the tip of my sponge, and I am going to blend this out. Okay, concealer is on, and see how that just added an extra like coverage right under my eyes. I feel like I need concealer.
My age is certainly not helping in that department.
Next is the translucent powder that I use to set my under eyes. The main reason I do this is so that my eyelids, or not my eyelids, my under eyes don't crease. I still have creases under my eyes even when I put concealer. As you can see, I naturally have creases. Everyone does. So when beauty gurus say, oh, you know, this does increase, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to have lines under your eyes. No, that is not what they mean. What they mean is that the concealer does not settle into those lines, which makes them pop out even more. In order to prevent that from happening, setting your under eyes is very important. What I do is I get a good amount of powder and I tap it under my eye. You can use as little or as much as you want. I would recommend going by your skin type. So if you have very dry under eyes, then all you want to do is barely get any of the setting powder on your brush and dab it in and then start sweeping. Powder with dry skin dries it out even more. I'm actually going to leave my under eyes like this. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera real quick. I did do a video for an eyebrow routine not too long ago if you want to check that out. But for today, I'm going to do it off camera because there's no need to add that into this video. My eyebrows are on and I used the e.l.f. brow pencil for the setting of the face. Actually, first, let's wipe away this little baggage we got going on here. That is what the under eyes look like.
They look fabulous.
Now for setting the face, you don't have to set your face after putting foundation. I set my face because one, I don't like looking oily or dewy. Two, I feel that my foundation will not move if I set it. I've tested that theory. I have gone without setting my foundation and I don't like it, and it also helps with transferring when I touch my face and oh, there's some foundation.
You know, I hate that.
So I set my face just to prevent any of that. Today we will be using the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Creamy Natural, and so it does have a little bit of a color. Just get a fluffy brush and I dip it on here, and at first I use dabbing motions. So basically wherever you did not set that powder, that's where you want to set this powder because you are setting the rest of your face. This is what the face looks like. So see, even though I set my face, I still look just a tiny bit luminous. And I definitely feel it's that primer. Next is a scary step. And the reason I say it's scary is because you can very quickly go overboard with this and just ruin your makeup. The bronzer. And today I'm going to go in with a Morphe bronzer, and this one is called the Glamour Bronze Megastar. That's what that looks like. And when it comes to bronzer, if you are not comfortable wearing bronzer, then you can totally skip this step. You don't have to. But I like to wear bronzers. So I tap it, and I like to go a little bit higher because I have a round face, and I feel if I go too low, it makes it look even just shorter and stompier and more fat. Where my cheekbone is right here, I like to go above that. And that helps find for all my beginner makeupers out there. And I like to bring it up here. Don't worry, I'm going to blend it out. And the same thing on this side. Now, if you are afraid to bring it up here because you're scared of how you might look, then just going on your cheek is fine. I just don't like it when it's just the line here. Like, I just feel like it looks weird. And I also like even though I have a small forehead, I also like to go right there. I don't know, I just feel like it looks uneven if I don't do that. So I just do, and then I'll show you the trick of what I do afterwards to make it look more seamless. And I actually like to go under my jawline. I feel like that helps it look just a little more chiseled. Now that I feel like I'm done putting down the product, then that's when I go back to the beauty sponge that I was using, and I just dab right along the edges, and that kind of just blends everything together and makes it look not as harsh, you know? And then up here, I go to the side where I used for the concealer, and I tap it to where it leaves just a tiny bit right there on the forehead. So there's definitely ways to correct your makeup. It's just like paint. See, with paint, if you make a mistake, you just cover it up with more paint. Hey, and that is what that looks like. Doesn't it look good, guys? I hope I am making this as easy as possible for you guys. I know that so many steps can make it really, really overwhelming. I know this because I have been there. So next is your eyes, and I prime my eyes. The reason I prime my eyes is because my eyelids are very oily. They get oily very quick. A lot of the reason why people prime their eyes is because they get crease in their eyeshadow if they do not.
And it does not look pretty.
So if you don't think you need to prime your eyes, think again. I say you do. If you do not have eyelid primer, which you do not need to use an eyelid primer, you can also use concealer. His eyelids are primed, and I don't set my eyelids. I leave them as is. I feel like the eyeshadow adheres better, and the color is better. Today I will be using Belle Jordan's eyeshadow palette, which you can get at Target. The Makeup Obsession is the brand, and I love her. She is such a great YouTuber. She's so beautiful. This is what it looks like without that plastic thing. And I picked this eyeshadow palette because it has, you know, a lot of warm neutral colors and then just a little pop of color, but I doubt we'll be digging into the colors today. We're gonna keep it simple. First color I think I want to go in with is this mauve color right here. And I am going to show you what you can do that can be very simple. I know sometimes you see these beauty gurus and they're using like 10 shades.
And you're just like, whoa.
Whoa, wait, you're using too many shades in that palette. I'm just going to get a little fluffy brush. This one is a Morphe brush. And I'm going to dip into that color 1706, which I said is that mauve, like a mauve pinky brown color. And I am going to just put this all over my lid. Okay, so now that same shade I used on my top lid is now on the lower lid, and it's smoked out. And so see how it looks very simple, very pretty, and you can definitely leave it at this. But if you want to take it to the next level, let's go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pick up that color that I showed you, that one, which is called AF. And I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to lightly tap it into that shade. And see how there's just a tiny bit of sheen on my finger? Now I'm going to lightly tap this all over my lid. Now you see that? See how it's making it almost glittery? So already that color on top of that is just bringing it to another level. Like you can see this eye, and then you see this eye, and this eye, it's like, oh, what's going on there?
Okay.
Now, I feel like my eyes look a lot more glamorous than they did with, you know, just that tiny bit of glitter sparks in there, and it brings this look to another level. Now, once you add lashes and you add eyeliner, it really kicks it up. Okay, now let's say you are a person that you are okay with adding another color in there because you're not afraid to use more than one color or more than two colors. Now what we can do is we can pick up a little bit of a darker color. So I think we're going to go in with hot sauce, and that's this color right here. It's kind of like a maroon brown, and I'm just going to use a small little fluffy brush and lightly dip into that because I don't know how pigmented this is on the eyelid. So I tap the excess, and I am just going to bring this right in the corner and on my crease. So I'm going to tap it and just keep tapping and blending whatever is on the brush. And see how that already brings this eye look to a whole new level. I am going to tap a little bit more, and I'm going to bring it down to my lower lash line just on the outer corner. And already you have a completely different eye. And this is what the eyes are looking like. Now, do not be afraid to use your fingers. When it comes to like foundation and all that, I don't like using my fingers. But when it comes to eyeshadow, sometimes the warmth of your fingers is the best tool. When it looks a little harsh, I don't mind using my fingers to kind of just blend it out. Sometimes like the brush can't do what you want it to do, you know? So I a lot of times use my finger, and don't be scared, guys. Do not be scared to use your fingers. It's okay. And that is what the eyes look like. Do you see that? And if you feel like some of the little shimmer went away, just go back in to that color and dab it in, you know, just freshen it up just a tiny bit. But that color, or this shimmer shadow, is so pretty. We're going to leave it at that. Now we're going to do the inner corner of our eye, and for that I typically like to go in with a lighter shade. Go in with Glow Baby, which is this beautiful shimmery like light mauvey pink color right here. We are going to use this in our inner corner just like this. Yes, oh, that color is perfect. So see how it just kind of brightens up the eye so much more, and it's beautiful. I'm actually going to take that color also, and I'm going to do my brow bone. You don't have to do this, but I like how it looks, so I do it. I feel like it just kind of brightens up your eyes a bit more, you know? Oh, so pretty. And we're not even done, guys. So that is the eye look with 1, 2, 3, and then the corner highlight. 4 colors. Yeah, perfect, right? Next thing is the eyeliner. I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal brown eyeliner and put that in my waterline. Okay, for today, I am just going to go in with like an Ardell Wispy Lash, and I usually put on just a tiny bit of mascara, and then I put the eyelashes on, and that's it. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera. If you are not good at putting on eyelashes, then you do not have to do this step. You don't need to put eyelashes on. The lashes are on. You definitely want to also put mascara on your lower lashes, which I totally forgot. But let's go ahead and finish the rest of the step, and then I'll go back and do that. So blush. I am going to use We're Going Shopping by Kylie Cosmetics. You can tell this is like a little kind of peachy apricot color. And the good thing about Kylie Cosmetics is that her blushes are buildable. So even though this looks a little intimidating in the pan, see, it's not as dark as it looks in the pan, and you can build the coverage up. So that is what we're going to do, and see how pretty it is. So now I'm going to go back to my sponge, and I'm going to dab it just a tiny bit, just because for some reason it looks very, very harsh on camera, but not in my mirror. So for highlighter, we are going to use BH Cosmetics, and this is the Glowing in Grease It's like a blush and highlighter duo palette. So it has 3 blushes and it has 3 highlighters in here. And today we're going to use this one. I love this highlighter. It is very, very pretty. If you don't like highlight, you can totally skip this step. A lot of people like to highlight their nose. You don't have to, I do. So I usually highlight the tip of my nose, and I use my brush to highlight the brim of my nose here, but there are some people that literally use their finger, they like swirl it around, tap the end of their nose, and then do like a little line. You can do that as well. I like to use my brush because that's just me. I do highlight right here. I used to do it all the way up to my forehead, but not today, and I went a little overboard there. But see how it has like a gold shift to it? It's so pretty. I love this highlighter. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back with my sponge, and I'm going to just kind of tap. And this ensures that the product is completely on your face, so you're kind of dabbing it into place, and you're also blending out any harsh edges that you might have. Guys, I'm just putting the finishing touches. I went ahead and set my eyebrows. Had not done that yet. And now I am just going to put some mascara in my lower lash line. Okay guys, and now the last but not least is the lips, and I'm going to outline my lips with a, do you guys call it NYX or NYX? I say NYX. Yeah. Color of this lip liner is London. Okay, lips are lined, and today I'm actually going to use Makeup Geek. It's like a liquid lipstick, and the color is Quick Step. It says Cream Stain on here. This you can get at Target. This brand is sold exclusively at Target and online, of course. I've only tried, I think this is it, and maybe lashes. So it's a very beautiful nude color. Okay guys, and that is it. We just need one more step, and I definitely think a lot of people skip this step, and if you wear powder, I think this step is definitely something you need to do, because the last step, which is the setting spray, kind of melts all of your makeup together, so it makes it look a lot more seamless. It makes it look like it's not just sitting on your skin and it's blended into your skin, if that makes any sense. And we are done. What do you guys think? How does my makeup look? I hope you guys, can follow this, especially my true beginners. I try to explain as much as I can. I try to leave it as simple as possible. I don't feel like it was too complicated. I hope it wasn't. If it is, let me know down below, and also let me know if this video helps you. And if you try to recreate this look, with whatever eyeshadow palette you have, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see you guys try and recreate something that I have done. But nothing makes me happier than interacting with my audience. It's the best thing. I have my giveaway going on right now, so if you haven't done so already, check out the previous video before this one. I will tell you the rules of what you need to do to be entered into the giveaway. I am so excited that I can bless you with this giveaway before the end of the year. It makes me super happy, and I love, giving thanks to my supporters. And I mean, we're in the holidays, so I'm in the giving spirits. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I know the last videos have pretty much been like Christmas and makeup stuff. I'm sorry. I plan on doing a lot more videos that include other things like cooking and exercise and just mommy things.
They're coming.
There has just been so many makeup releases.
That's ridiculous.
Last time I checked, I'm at 120 subscribers, and I am absolutely so happy and super thankful for every single one of you. So I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you. Bye. And I boot her. Whether you're